Okay, here we are on part 2 of the Subaru 4 EAT transmission teardown. Since the last video, obviously we're at another stage. All it took to get this guy off was pulling these bolts here off of the bell housing and the main case, and then pulling off this big nut right here, and then the actual the gear that was here too, and then it came right off. Anyway, this is where we're going to start. This is just a front differential inside the bell housing, yeah, driven back here by the pinion right here. So I'm going to actually pull this one off, and we're going to take apart the main case. That is a pretty heavy duty bearing in there. There's a lot of drag on it. If you're doing this to convert to rear wheel drive and you really wanted to go full rear wheel drive and really lose weight and things, you'd pull that shaft out, plug this hole, and then remove the front differential, and you'd drop a ton of weight. So we're gonna keep going then. Pretty good. Alright, so taking a look back here on this shaft, there's a bunch of like O-rings. This, I'm assuming, is the pump. Hey, what do you know? Clutch packs. So this is full of 2 sets of clutch packs. And these outer ones are burned. Can you see that? That it's kind of discolored. Heat damage up here. I don't think that's supposed to be there. So obviously in here is the inner spline to that other clutch pack. And in here, this is interesting. Check that out. There's a big old snap ring in here that I'm going to pull out. Little bearing. Oh, hey. Oh, cool. Check this out. This is a planetary gear set. Sweet. Oh, yeah. So the same thing on that center differential. Got the same thing, but obviously much larger clutch pack. More friction material, larger surface area. So here's another clutch pack. Come on, but check this out. This here is the actual planetary gear set. Cool. So you have this guy who comes down into this spline down inside and turns, I forget the correct terminology, but the main gear, and then you have these orbital gears that get turned out here and turn this other shaft, which I think sends juice out the backside. Let's keep going with these snap rings. So you got kind of a bearing race, and then these roller or needle bearings, and another bearing. You get down to another lock ring. Another one, another little roller bearing. So many snap rings. There we go. Check that out. Look at all these cool gears. Spins all those on the outside, which then spins another bearing. This all on the inside, like that. Sweet! Too cool. And then inside here there's another clutch pack. To be expected, right? Held in by a snap ring. Another clutch pack. These ones actually look pretty good. I didn't know what gear this would be. I'm assuming it would be a higher gear, but again, I don't know what I'm talking about, so don't trust me too much. I'm just having fun taking stuff apart. And if you didn't know, yes, I'm recycling this whole transmission. I got it for free. Well, not the whole thing. I'm keeping the bell housing so I can make an engine stand. But the rest of it is just gonna hang out in the recyclers. And really, I just wanted to see what was inside of it. See if I can put it back together, huh? This one was down in here, and that's gonna have a heck of a time locking up with all the clutches. That guy goes sinks with those, and this one goes back on top and sinks. Now, a bunch of clutch packs down there still. There is another lock ring right there. There we go. You got this weird spring thingamajig. Fairly obviously, this is a springy thingy. Another. Again, looks pretty good. I have no idea what was wrong with this transmission. The car would slip once it was warm. That seems backwards of what's normal. So I don't know what was wrong with it. Then there's a few seals around here. Ah, there we go. Wham. So I had one of these springy thingies in it. This dust shield. This big old bearing hub centering device.
This is a test of the emergency broadcast system.
So unfortunately, camera died. It's only about 20 degrees outside and both my batteries crapped out on me. So you have to deal with iPhone footage. But here we are. I already finished. I got the rear diff. I got the front diff out of it. There it is. These guys, they just screw in. Like that. And so you just unscrew it. And the diff falls right out. Anyway, that's it for now. I have this box of steel that's going to get recycled along with the front diff and this main section. And then I have a bit of aluminum along with the tail shaft and a couple other shafts. And the torque converter and the valve body and everything that can get recycled. But yeah, that was just kind of my adventure of figuring out what goes on inside of an automatic transmission. It's cool to see. It's cool to mess around with. And I feel like it would still be a huge learning experience to rebuild an automatic transmission. But at least now I have somewhat of an idea of what I could expect if I were to rebuild an auto. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Hit the like, subscribe, and stick around for more content. We'll see you later.